For aggression punished from Wildcard, but they keep their heads above the water. Kansan to find another one. Bride will eventually fall as well, but hold firm onto the rafters.
It's a very simple defensive lineup and strat from Wildcard, but it is oh so effective, right? They're baiting the second player. He had the ADSs, and he would turn out. So both fires spent very early on. Then they realized, oh snap, there's Jaeger as well. Let's flashbang him. Gets caught by the ADS. He swings out, gets another kill. This right here, it's these small moments that have massive impact for Wildcard that will just literally make them win in an instant. If you don't take out Raptors on a CCTV attack, or the focus is taking Garage, you're not going to win the round as an attacker.
I believe that was a 3K from Kansan, Jaeger as well. Really doubling down with the Azami and the Jaeger on that position of Rafters proved to be a really good decision there from Wildcard. Now, of course, as we're 3 rounds deep, we have that third operator ban for each team. Falcons decided to get rid of that bandit, and Wildcard decided to get rid of that Twitch. Two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, they're thinking the same thing right now. We saw the Twitch, and I think it's a genius approach from Falcons to clear out ADSs, the bandit batteries, Goyu canisters, all bits of utility. They have a target saying that we're doubling down on util again. Now they can play one mine very comfortably, because how are you going to clear this up with guns, right? Same with the Jaeger, the Goyu, the mute jammers. It's very much a game of intel.
But at the very least, Falcons don't have to worry about countering that bandit anymore.
That's true.
That was one of the things, one of the many jobs that Twitch had.
Yeah, now I will say this though, for the roam queue at least, this is now where Thermite can finally shine. You cannot mute jam a Thermite charge on a repellable wall. So this CC wall, there's a jammer on it. Thermite can go on the repel on the top part and just pop the wall open up. So what this means now is that the roam should be quicker in the early stages of the round for Falcons, giving them more time and more resources to focus on the actual roam clear after the wall is opened up.
And what's more, we've got Bride on his infamous Deimos. We've got Users as well on the Dokkaebi. We're going to see exactly what you were saying. That new jammer completely ineffectual. Boop. Yeah, very well done from Falcons. This is not their first rodeo whatsoever.
I like the fact that the jammer's on the wall. I feel like you can make the argument that it's not worth it. I do think, you know, it is going to slow down a little bit more. But you can argue that if those drones are inside the building to help the roamers survive more, it could also be better. Bay falls early in bottom garage, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
Doing it very aggressively.
Did you see that Shaika actually did a little bit of damage through the wall from inside a stock?
Okay.
Just pre-firing. I mean, that is game sense, if I've ever seen it. And it did flush out the player. And now Spiker is in an awkward position. He's got some Kiva barriers to protect him here in secret, but he will likely fall off before too long, especially as prompted by that logic bomb. Meanwhile, Dash is going to take out Users. I don't know where that was, but no longer having to worry about those future Dokkaebi calls is going to be a blessing for Wildcard.
I heard a frost trap like clunk sound, and then Users would injure it, but there's no frost in the board. I'm not sure what happened there, but he's dead. Dokkaebi early in the grave, yeah. So far, they're still favoring Falcons, of course. Still got Deimos, though, helps out a ton. They know that final quote-unquote roamer that they were looking for is now downstairs inside of blue. Plenty of time for the attack.
We still have Kansan upstairs.
We do, and the jammer has saved him because he wasn't called by the Dokkaebi call. And
I actually have a feeling Falcons are unaware of this mute on the top floor.
I don't think they know.
For Kansan, he's a very slow operator. And now with the numbers being dwindling for Falcons, this is Kansan's time to shine. He has made his way all the way down the main stairs.
Okay.
Got one there.
He's safe.
Unusual, but regardless, Falcons now poised to push on the site. Again, the target onto Baby Shark, who's already low HP.
Yeah, I think when they got that kill to make it a 3-3, it was better for Falcons to go back on the bombs and put together, but Baby Shark swings aggressively again, now also injured. He comes out. I don't think it's going to finish the job. Oh, it is. Wow.
Quite an arm there from Shaiko, and found another player as well. Bride now finishes him off. It's all up to Spiker out of nowhere. Falcons on the back of it. Genius play for Shaiko, and guess what? He's going to close the affair as well. The 1-2-3 from the GOAT himself. Falcons looking extremely solid on the attack of the basement.
If I'm a player of Wildcard there, I'm going to shake my head and say, why did we do that? And then I'm going to say, Baby Shark, why did you do that, right? You call Kansan back from the top 4 roam to play it out 3 versus 3. Before that, when the roam was very active, he was looking for a play, it was 3 versus 4. They needed like a hero play somewhere. They get the kill, Kansan falls back, they sacrifice the roam game only for Baby Shark to jiggle peek with 20 health against the player on Blue Staircase while Deimos tracked. He gets injured. The nade was ridiculous, by the way. into the pixel angle
as well.
He got a kill, and he got the injured because his teammate was running over to revive him. Baby Shark's little mishap there arguably cost Wildcard the round.
They got Jabeta. That's the nature of the Deimos, right? Because you think, oh, I know where he is now. I'm just going to peek him. You forget that he can see you, and he's actually got more info because it's a live ping onto you. And it's funny,
I was going to say, it's a 3v3. There's like 50 seconds left. You're giving up the roam, and you're aggro peeking Shaibu while Deimos check on 20 health.
And he's got the Deimos pistol, which palms.
Respect your opponents a little bit there, right? You want to lure in Falcons into those crossfires in bottom blue when you have defenders in different positions. That's when you shut down. Then you can bait Shaiko, track in the player while a second defender kills him. Now you just ego swing really far angle 1v1.
So you're telling me with that play from Shaiko, with the Deimos, with the pistol, with the grenade, like that was pure mechanics. There was no intelligence there.
I mean, the angle, he had the red dot in front of him like the Deimos striker. It was Baby Shark making the wrong play. And not the thing is, if you flip it and Baby Shark was the Deimos and Shaiko was with 20 health, Shaiko would have hit the one time. That's the difference right there. It's the wrong play, but Shaiko would have won in that scenario.
I'm just debating you.
I know you are, but I have to take debate. No, I hate rage.
You have to bite. You have to.
It's like a dog. Bone. This is free again. Kansen has not bothered putting Jammer on the wall again because Thermite can just go on the upside down lapel, so those Jammers are spent elsewhere inside the building for a more high value. For example, the bathroom wall, most likely. Is that very soft or am I?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
The left wall was not soft.
Okay.
It's just, the reinforcement with the studs are kind of hard to see. This is a good drone from Shaiko going all the way down to the kitchen. He does spot Spiker, and I believe he was aware that it was a Valkyrie as well.
Surely.
He also spotted a pre-placed Nitro somewhere. Hello, what's going on here? Likafak is using his Gon 6 to get quickly into Strip to go and cut off that player downstairs. I don't think Spiker has any clue.
He has Diffuser though. If Likafak dies here, that would be massive.
Needs to drop it. Shaiko, meanwhile, has fallen. Aggressive play. He does spot him out and take down Spiker. Good from Likafak. Now up the main stairs. Meanwhile, it seems like Wildcard are fortifying their positions back on the side. Baby Shark using those Kindred barriers to fortify his own spot at the back of Master. But Shaiko has fallen. And Solotov on this Monty is trying to be that extra prong on the attack for Falcons, who have now looked to leverage their position at the top of main stairs. Solotov goes in with the Monty. He's watched out dash, but he falls in the crossfire. Wildcard are maintaining their control. Both teams bloodied. A 3v2 dash on a sliver of HP eventually will fall to Likafak. A triple kill for the Capitao as he looks to plant this diffuser, and he uses having to cover. Now with the Grim, that diffuser has now been planted, and it forces Wildcard for a retake. These 1v1s starting to go in favor of the defense as Kansen forces Likafak to ace up in the 1v2.
CD has what it takes, holds the first angle, sees the wiggle, goes passive instead, baits him in.
And now Likafak has to land the shot. He knows where he is. And pays the jingle it again. The Clutch King, of course, is cool. He doesn't even care about it. He denies that round from Falcons and puts Wildcard back into the driver's seat of this game.
Oh man, there's so much happening in that round from the very get-go. I mean, it was the defense playing perfect corner play with the attack of Falcons trying to just get them out of those positions. Mixture of Capitao fire with Capitao flanking downstairs, using his fire upstairs, Mungie pushing to the bomb side, but Wildcard, they had a trade or an answer at every single turn of that round. Then they get the plant down. Likafak gets 3 kills in that round. It's a 2v2. It's looking really good for Falcons because we saw red pings and yellow pings across the entire bomb side. They had so much information. Then classic Kansen, he just wide swings Office, shuts down their first attacker, and puts it back into a 2v1 favoring Wildcard. But this right here, Baby Shark and Dash playing together, shutting down the Monty, that is a turning point for Wildcard because that Monty would have been a huge problem if he would have stayed alive. Also, we saw the gas pipe having massive impact, by the way. In the 2v2, the plant was going down. They shut the pipe instead of connecting the door to master bedroom, and it stopped the defenders from pushing in aggressively. So the Office was a 1v1, which Kansen won.
A lot of hype in the post-round camera as well from Dash. Of course, major champion, formerly of W7M. He spent a lot of time in Brazil, which is, of course, his home region, and the strongest region for Rainbow Six. That's even a combination. Brazil are the best at Rainbow Six. And now he's found a new home in North America, And
Well,
by
we're
far
still
and
in
away,
Brazil, James. We're still in Brazil, James.
we are. It's on home turf. It means that Wildcard will have a little bit of the crowd support should they make
Oh,
it to
yeah.
the top 8. But Dash, by far and away, like the most standout player on this roster. Like, you look at the names, and you're like, oh, I remember Kansas from a few years ago. But Dash,
Yeah.
that's your big hitter. And I think you need a little bit of that fragging capability on Wildcard when you've got 3 rookies who, to be fair, haven't played poorly. I don't want to throw shade.
They hold their own, for sure.
But Dash that round, he was instrumental. His big 3K inside of Bathroom was what caused Wildcard to have that advantage.
I want to say that my big question mark for this matchup and for Wildcard as a team is fundamentals and communication. They looked very sharp in what they want to do fundamentally from a strategical perspective. And in that previous round, how they played the 2v2s and the 2v1s, very like high in communication as well. Always